Wait for it. Wait for it. Arr, arr. All right, here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are ya? Now, today is December 19th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. But we're going to start off here in Washington, D.C., and we will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Now, if you want this Santa mask, it is during this limited time bundle. So go to the apparel store, look at the limited time bundles, and you can get this Santa mask right now through the Open Fire bundle. All right, here we go. So at the Base of Ops vendor, starting off at the top, we have the Cold Relations. This is the named PP19 with Perfect Strained, and it comes with optimal range. Next, we have a MP7 with Rate of Fire and Sledgehammer, followed by a military AKM with Headshot and Ranger, and finally a 93R with Accuracy and Flatline. Looking at the gear items, both Alp Summit. First is the backpack with leadership, skill damage, and crit hit damage. And the other is a chest piece with skill damage, armor regen, and efficient. Interesting. I might want to pick that one up just for Title Update 20 when they do the instant heals and when they add the hazard to the repair skills, and then just keep the armor regen on here and switch that skill damage off for repair skills, and then have armor regen efficient for the instant heals, and then have it as a healer build. That could be pretty nice. Yeah, I'm going to do that. All right, I'll hold on to that one for later. I kind of just explained to you out loud live. I kind of just said my thoughts out loud. You can get this one and just hold it for the next update. It's going to be a great chess piece to have for that next update. Looking at the mods, we have Crit Chance 4.6, Drone Damage Reduction 4.8, Turret Duration 5.7, and Sticky Bomb Duration 6.5. There are really no must-buys or things to look at except for that Alp Summit chess piece with Efficient, because Efficient is going to be pretty nasty with these instant heals. All right, so that is it with the Base of Ops vendor. Now let's go outside. We have the Countdown vendor, and then finally the Clan vendor. Here we go, Countdown vendor. And we have three named items. Our first one is the Boomstick. This is the named shotgun with perfect pumped up, and this week it comes with health damage. Then we have a Anarchist Cookbook. This is the named Golden Gear backpack with perfectly wicked. This one's really good with that armor regen and skill haste. All you have to do is recalibrate that skill haste off for whatever other attribute you want, and you're good to go with this perfectly wicked backpack. I mean, this is a great backpack to have. Remember, it gives you that weapon damage buff for 27 seconds, and then you can immediately just keep reapplying it. It's really good. I can't stress this enough, especially with Golden Gear and Armor Regen. They are changing that in the next update as well. They are doubling the amount of armor regen that this brand set gets, so it's going to be very strong to use, especially with something like the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece. Definitely something to get if you don't already have one. And then finally, we have the DEATHGRIPS. These are the named 511 gloves with armor on kill. Now, the cool thing about these gloves, and I'm going to say these are must-buys, and in fact, I'll buy one as well. The reason being is DEATHGRIPS give you armor on kill. These also have armor regen on here as well. So you can use this with something like the Gunner Specialization or, Hunter's Fury, and you can get upwards of, 40 or even, closer to 50% armor on kill depending on your build. I mean, this could get pretty awesome pretty quick. Remember those never die builds with armor on kill and armor regen. That way you're constantly healing, and every time you're killing, you're getting more heals. It's a good combination to have. But also, these death grips are PvP exclusive, or at least they were, because you can get the blueprint from Descent out of those reconstructed caches, but also you can get these gloves out of named item caches. Right here is a great example. Anyways, that is it for your countdown vendor must buys, things to look for out of these three. I would say the Anarchist Cookbook with that armor regen and the death grips. For the death grips, you could just max out the armor or change the armor to weapon damage. And then for the Anarchist Cookbook, just take off that skill haste for whatever attribute you want. Okay, now that is it for the countdown vendor. Let's run over here to the clan vendor. Now, I will be sending out more clan invites and things like that after the holidays. We all know that people take time off during the holidays, they go on vacation, what have you. But as soon as that is all done, we'll get the clans together. We'll purge whatever people we need to, and then we will send out more invites. Remember, the invites for DoD, it's first come, first serve. And what I do is I'll put you on a list, and whenever we have open, spots, I will send out a mass message to everybody that is interested in joining the clan, and then it's just first come, first serve. And then I'll just send out another message whenever we have spots open again. I typically wait for us to have a few spots open before I send out those messages. Anyways, shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom, and shout out to the DoD with KVD on the Division Resurgence. We just had a big update for the Division Resurgence today as well. Anyways, getting to the clan vendor.
Nice to see you, Agent.
Starting off with the Artist Tool. This is the named rifle with Perfect Rifleman, and it also comes with max damage to armor with decent rifle damage. I mean, this is a good one to pick up. So you could pick this one up and then just recalibrate that crit hit damage to max, and then that rifle damage is maybe 1 or 2 optimizations to max, and you're good to go. That's it. Boom. Shakalaka. I'm not a big rifle person myself, but if you like using Perfect Rifleman, let me know in the comment section below. I know it's really strong in Descent. Now, looking at the gear set items, we have Orzo Mask with Headshot, Rigger Backpack with Skill Damage, Aces and Eights Backpack with Crit Hit Damage. Do we call this Ortiz or Exoro? I'm calling it the Exoro, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, back to the high-end items. We have a tactical SASG-12 with crit hit damage and sledgehammer. The Prophet, this is the named pistol with Perfect Determined. Comes with crit chance. Badger Mask with health and repair skills. A Surplus SVD with max headshot, crit chance, and lucky shot. An AKM with max reload speed and killer. Petrov holster with headshot and health, and finally a Badger chest piece with skill damage, crit chance, and overwatch. Looking at the mods, skill duration 8.7, chem launcher skill haste 6.1, burn resistance 8.6, and drone deflect duration 6.8. Now, must buys, things to look for from your clan vendor. The Artist Tool with max damage to armor and decent rifle damage. That's a good one. The Prophet, if you don't have this one fully proficient already, pick up a few of these and donate the duplicates. But that's really it for here. Sorry. Clan vendor was a bust. All right, so now we are going to travel west, and then we will double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, support the channel by subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comments. What items are you picking up today? What must-buys am I overlooking in your opinion? Let's discuss. But here we are at the campus.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? So starting off with the Commando, this is the named SVD with Perfectly Naked, and it comes with damage to targets out of cover. That's a great attribute to have for this weapon. The SVD does have a high RPM, so you can spam it like a rifle. Perfectly Naked, not too bad. I don't typically use this one on console, but it's here if you need it. Now remember, all of these weapons and named items, it only takes 20 duplicates to go from 0 proficiency all the way to fully proficient. So if you do not have the badge on all of these items showing that they are fully proficient, make sure you pick up these duplicates and donate them. It's the easiest way to get your expertise levels up. And this next big update for Project Resolve, this is going to give us the opportunity to max out our expertise on all of our items at a very low cost compared to what we have to do now. So what you can do to prepare is just make sure you get your expertise levels up, and then when this new update comes out, then use your materials to level them up, because it's somewhere around like 70 or 80% cheaper than what it is currently. So I'm telling you, this next update is going to change a lot of things for this game. Moving on, we have the SRS A1 with max damage targets at a cover and spike. I'm going to pick that one up just to donate to my recalibration library. After that, we have a M249 Bravo with rate of fire and measured, Walker Harris mask with crit hit damage and health, and a Wyvern holster with health and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.4, chem launcher duration 4.3, Hive Reviver armor repair 8.4, pulse cone size 6.2, and trap duration of 5.7. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the campus. We do have that Commando. That's a good one. The SRS with max damage targets out of cover is good for your recalibration library. The Walker mask is a good one to have for double crit. So remember, the Walker Harris is going to get a change as well, doubling the damage to health that you're going to get for the 3-piece brand set bonus. Now, this is the best brand set, in my opinion, for just the raw damage that you get from the weapon damage, the armor damage, and the health damage. And it's just going to be even better once that change goes into effect with Project Resolve. So what I would do with this mask is pick this one up and then recalibrate that health off for crit chance, and then have this one as a double crit. And then once that new update comes out, you can replace the Hollow Man with this mask and get more out of it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So from the campus, the Walker mask, the Commando, and then the SRS if you need to donate that attribute. All right, so that is it for the campus settlement. Now it's time to go to the Dark Zones, starting with Dark Zone West. West! Let's go. All right, now remember, for all of these Dark Zone vendors, they take DZ resources as currency. So to double check your DZ resources, go to your resources tab, and just above the keys, you will see your Dark Zone resources. For example, I'm sitting here at 385 out of 999. So if you need Dark Zone resources, you have to go into the Dark Zone and either deconstruct contaminated gear and extract it, or open up those little blue boxes that are scattered amongst the Dark Zone. But all right, here we are, Dark Zone West. West! Here we go.
Hello there.
Yo, the rock and roll is on sale right now. I still get people asking me about this weapon, so pick this one up right now, DZ West. Let's go. So we have the DEATHGRIPS and we have the rock and roll, both on sale this week. So this one, DZ West rock and roll shotgun, the reason why everyone loves this one is because it comes with perfectly extra, increasing the magazine size. So what people do is they use this weapon to gain their stacks either on Striker or Heartbreaker. It is the easiest way to gain your stacks, and it is the fastest way to gain your stacks for those two gear sets. So with that being said, what they do is they put this one on with the perfectly extra. That way you get more bullets in your magazine to get your stacks up quicker. And you could even roll that headshot off for magazine size as well and just get more magazine size from it, because all you're really using this weapon for is just to get your stacks up as quickly as possible. But pick it up right here, DZ West. Not too shabby. Next, we have a tactical SASG 12 with health damage and sledgehammer, a UIC 15 mod 2 with rifleman and armor damage. Gear items, ooh, a Y'all Gear pair of knee pads with hazard and crit. This is going to be a must buy. The reason being is that you can use this in multiple ways. So you could go hazard with this because you have hazard on the attribute and the brand set bonus. Or you could go double crit, take off the hazard, go crit chance, and then remember a lot of people use 3 pieces of Y'all Gear for the pulse resistance, and then just put a pulse resistance mod on, and then you are fully pulse resistant from all spotter flatline builds in the game. So people do that for the Dark Zone in PvP, or they use this for hazard. Now, if you use it for hazard, you could go hazard crit like it is right here, which is perfect. Or you could go hazard armor regen. The options are endless, but Y'all Gear is fairly rare because it only drops either in the Dark Zone or Conflict. You can't really get it anywhere else unless you craft it. So with it being in the Dark Zone vendor, it's too expensive to just buy duplicates and dismantle them. You would have to have thousands of DZ resources. So what I would recommend is just picking up 2 of them. One go for crit and the other one go for hazard. Pretty simple. Now the other gear items, we have ongoing gloves with armor regen. Negotiator's knee pads with crit chance. Those are really good for assault rifle builds. Petrov gloves with weapon handling and repair skills. And for the mods, we have shock resistance 8.4, seeker mine health 6.4, shield damage bonus 4%, firefly +1 max target, and decoy health of 6.0. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ West. The rock and roll shotgun, definitely pick it up. If you do not have one, please pick one up. And then the Y'all Gear knee pads. This is a pretty good Dark Zone vendor this week. All right, let's take our talents down south, the deep south, DZ South. Here we go. Ba-da-bop. Come on. Ooh, I wonder if the loot goblin's right here. Nope. All right, no loot goblin. Womp. All right, here we are, DZ South. Big money, big money, big money. Let's see what we have.
Looking to make a deal?
Starting with the Point Man. This is the named Heligard chest piece with perfect Vanguard, and it comes with crit hit damage and status effects. I would take off the status effects for crit chance and just go double crit. Put this on a nice shield build with, like, say, the Liberty. This thing could decimate. Next, we have a Banshee with magazine size and Sadis, followed by a FAL with crit chance and eyeless, and a custom PF45 with lucky shot and crit chance.
Thanks for the business.
Looking at the gear items, we have a Negotiator's backpack with health, Hunter's Fury chest piece with crit chance and max weapon damage. I mean, that's not bad, but it is a Hunter's Fury chest piece. It's really not worth using. Providence backpack with weapon handling, headshot, and tech support. And finally, a China Light chest piece with skill haste, status effects, and trauma. Looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.6, drone damage reduction 5.0, turret burn damage 4.3, and sticky bomb blast radius of 4.9. Now, must buys from DZ South. I'm really not going to recommend anything from must buys here. All right, moving on. And, before we go to DZ East, we need to stop at the castle settlement. Don't forget to go to the castle and listen to the loud
Combat
music
simulation
blare
program
in your
active.
headphones. I don't know why, but this is the only place in the... Oh, hey, there we go. Oh! Oh! I just had Ransom bark. That was pretty sick. Anyways, here we go. Castle settlement. Let's get over here before the music gets louder. There we go. Starting with the Night Watcher. This is the named Heliogard mask with Scanner Pulse Haste. And this one comes with Max Hazard. Not bad. But I really wouldn't use it for a hazard build. Moving on to the weapons, we have a SOCOM Mark 20 with damage to armor and spike. A Black Market M60 with health damage and flatline. Remember, you can use the long underbarrel rail for that linked laser pointer, so you could use this for flatline and then put like a spotter build on it with the Black Market M60. I mean, it would hit really hard, but the RPMs are just so low, in my opinion. After that, we have another Walker Harris mask with crit hit damage. So same thing applies here. Just switch off that skill damage for crit chance and have a double crit Walker mask right here. Easy enough. Or you could keep the skill damage on here with the crit hit damage and then go for like some sort of like maybe damage, crit, skill, hybrid type of deal with the capacitor. That could be pretty interesting as well. After that, we have a Araldi Holdings holster with headshot and weapon handling. I mean, that is good for a sniper build. You want headshot and weapon handling, but what I would recommend is take off the weapon handling and put crit chance on there, because whenever you crit on a headshot, the damage is just amazing. Looking at the mods, we have Repair Skills 16.4, Chem Launcher Burn Strength 6.4, Hive Range 4.0, Pulse Cone Size 6.2, and Trap Duration of 5.9. Now, must-buys from the Castle settlement. I would recommend checking out the Walker Harris mask to do double crit or like a skill damage crit type of deal, or that Araldi holster for a marksman rifle headshot build. All right, that is it for the Castle settlement, and you see how it's like silent now? So it's like, let's, blare this music in your head for 40 seconds and then make it silent. Like, come on. Come on. Anyways, moving on to the DZ East Dark Zone. Remember to fast travel to the Alpha checkpoint and do the double loading instead of going to the entrance. If you go to the DZ East main entrance, you have to run through this entire courtyard rather than just hit this double loading screen. It was pretty quick. And we're already here, where you would have to go all the way over there and then run through the courtyard to get to the vendor. Here we go. DZ East.
Looking for anything in particular?
2 named items. Look at that. We have the Eckham's Long Stick with Perfect Ranger. Now, this is going to be a big player in the next update because this weapon is getting a buff. Yes, a buff. And it has Perfect Ranger on here, so you could pick this one up and then just roll damage to targets out of cover on the reload speed and be good to go. But just remember, you will have to optimize that marksman rifle and headshot damage. But that's not a bad marksman rifle, not at all. Next, we have a Relic, another named marksman rifle. This one with Perfect Determined, and it's a great weapon to use. I do like using this one. It has a very high RPM and high magazine size, so you can have fun with this one. But again, it has reload speed on it, so you'd have to change that reload speed to damage to targets out of cover or damage to armor, and then you would have to optimize that marksman rifle or headshot damage. And finally, for the weapons, we have a Black Market RPK with reload speed and unhinged. Looking at the gear items, we have a True Patriot mask with repair skills, Eclipse Protocol holster with repair skills, Uzina Gattaca mask with pretty close to max armor, health, and crit hit damage. I like this mask. What I would do with this one, though, is take off that health for crit chance, go double crit, and utilize that high armor roll with that total armor brand set bonus. That'd be really nice. And finally, we have another Araldi Holdings holster, this one with crit hit damage. You could easily use this one as well, go double crit, Or you could do crit hit damage, headshot damage, but I really wouldn't do that. I would go for that other Araldi holster that I showed you earlier with the headshot weapon handling. Way better than this one. And finally, for the mods, we have skill duration 8.6, chem launcher burn strength 6.4, hive health 7.8, pulse effect duration 8.7, and trap shock radius of 6.1. Now, must buys things to look for from DZ East. The Ekham's long stick is a good one. Definitely pick that one up. The Uzina mask is a good one. Okay. And that is it for DZ East. Let's go to our last stop in Washington, D.C. The theater. The theater. Nothing goes between me and the theater. I want to deal too. Let's do some business. Anyways, here we go. Theater. Boom. Ready to make a deal? Starting with the artist tool again. Perfect Rifleman. This one with health damage and very low rolls. I would go with the other one with armor damage. After that, we have a ACS 12, ooh, with magazine size, flatline. But you can see right here, this ACS 12, even with magazine size on here, only has a 21 round magazine, where that rock and roll had a 32 round magazine. So I would highly recommend picking up that rock and roll and not even looking at this ACS 12. After that, we have a SIG 716 with accuracy and preservation. Gear items, we have Murakami gloves with repair skills and headshot. And finally, Fenris knee pads with status effects and armor regen. Looking at the mods, we have incoming repairs 17.1, Seeker Mine healing 6.1, Shield health 4.1, Firefly speed 8.1, and finally decoy duration 6.0. Must buys from the theater. I really wouldn't recommend anything here. That's it. We are done with Washington, D.C. We only have 2 vendors left, and both of them are in New York City. So we are fast traveling to the Haven settlement. We have Marco at the top of the escalator, and then Roy Benitez just outside. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. We do daily Division content, and let me know what you think in the comments. Shout out where you're from. It's always cool to see where everyone's from. I really like this Santa Claus mask. I like it a lot. It's like, oh, happy Santa, happy Santa, happy Santa, mad Santa. All right. Marco here at the Haven settlement, selling the Tommy gun with stability and sledgehammer, followed by a M700 carbon with crit hit damage and future perfect, a black market SASG 12 with damage targets at a cover and ranger, and finally a 93R with swap speed and flatline. Looking at the gear items, never mind. Badger Tough backpack with health, crit chance, and creeping death. Petrov gloves with max repair skills and status effects, and Richter and Kaiser holster with status effects and weapon handling. Looking at the mods, we have Blind Death Resistance 8.5, Headshot 6.9, Seeker Mine +1 Cluster, Hive Range 4.0, and Trap Shock Radius of 5.9. Now, must buys things to look for from Marco here at the Haven Settlement. I really would not recommend any of those. All right, so we have one more vendor, and it is Roy Benitez. But wait, you have to pet the dog. You have to interact with the dog twice, actually. The second one is random. So the first one, you're just petting the dog. Everything's all wimbly-nimbly. But then the second one, this one's randomized. So check this one out. Let's see what we get this week. Oh, he sat. Oh! Ears back and everything, trying to shake hands. Super cute. Why do I hear a drone? Is there a drone above me? That's weird. Oh, there is. Look at this drone right here. What is that? What? Have you guys seen that before? It's super loud. Or at least it was in my headset. Crazy. All right, here we go. Roy Benitez.
How can I help you?
Starting with the tactical MK16 with magazine size and on empty. followed by a GR9 with swap speed and sledgehammer, a UIC 15 with reload speed and close and personal, and finally a M45A1 with accuracy and finisher. Looking at the gear items, we have a Grupo backpack with shock and awe, hazard, and weapon handling. Murakami gloves with repair skills and crit damage. That's perfect for a crit healer build. Wyvern holster with armor regen and explosive resistance. And for the mods, we have Skill Haste 10.1, Disrupt Resistance 8.2, Seeker Mine Health 6.4, Firefly +1 max target, and finally, Trap Shock Radius of 6.9 or 5.9. Sorry. Now, must buys from Roy Benitez. I really would only say check out the Murakami gloves if you're trying to go for like a healer crit type of build. That's about it.
Glad we could help each other out.
I'm more interested in this drone. What's this drone doing? I don't remember ever hearing this drone like this before. Oh, there's another drone right there. Interesting. I don't know. Let me know if you've noticed those drones before. Oh, there's another drone right here. What the fuck? What's up with all these drones? I'm gonna have to do some investigating. Anyways, that is it for your weekly vendor reset and must buys for today, December 19th. I am Kamikazevondoom. Don't forget to grab the Santa mask if you want it for the holiday season, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, support the channel. All right, take care now. Bye-bye, DN. Peace out.